She came as a wind and kissed my lips. I stood up and went back into the car and drove fast to move away from the feelings. I reached so far, but I wasn't healing. I opened the book. Every word was blurred. My tears couldn't expose my eyes to the extreme pain. My heart ached as every page I turned. I could feel my fear and pain running in my veins. I cried the whole night in my bathroom. But the next morning, I wiped off my tears. Although my spirit was consumed in the gloom, but with every ounce of my strength, I buried my fears. I plucked a rose and kept it inside my book, and packed my bags and left for the new route. The new route led me to an old destination, the destination where I experienced an inescapable separation. I entered my old school, this time not as a student, but as an English teacher. My hands always holding the book, the unkissed lips, to feel her. Not by chance, but by persuasion, I got class 10th, where she left me. As I was a famous writer, everyone fulfilled my wishes. I was walking towards the class. I was awfully nervous. As I reached near its window, I was horrified by the thought that whether the last bench is still occupied by her or not. I peeped inside. She wasn't there. My fear faded, but my pain reverted. She left me. I was absolutely clear. I miss you, I murmured. I went back into the class that once happened to be mine. Walls were same, but souls were changed. In every child's face, I saw my old classmates that now faded away with time. It was a strange feeling, hard to accept. The time has changed. The class was mine, but I felt estranged. Anyways, I started teaching with utmost sincerity. Every lesson I explained eloquently, and in smiles and laugh of the students, I tried to find mine, which was a long lost smile. The school got over and children left. My eyes were stuck on that last bench. I took my book and went back to sit there to feel her essence, and opened its last page for a confession. I wrote on its last page, which was blank, I think you got peace. I always wanted your soul to leave this earth and find peace in heaven. And now when it has happened, I really miss you. And then I closed the book. I walked down the stairs and headed towards the library. And I opened that last cupboard in its extreme right corner and kept the book, the unkissed lips, inside it. Because no place in this world could be more deserving to keep it than this school where it all started. As I locked up the cupboard, a strong cold breeze smashed the windows of the library. I could hear a distant thundering sound, and the black clouds presided over the sky out of nowhere. This unexpected weather and darkness was eerie. But a hope awakened in me that maybe she's here. I was over the moon, but also ambivalent about going back to the classroom. You know what? I was effortlessly attracted towards it. I was gasping as I lacked oxygen. I could hear my heart thumping and splash of my blood, filled with love in my veins. I mollified my feelings, accumulated strength, and peeped inside. She was there. I felt a chill in my spine, but there was a lurking happiness inside me somewhere. I went inside the classroom with immense love and pain. She was turning the pages of my book, The Unkissed Lips. I was so happy to see her pretty face once again. But as I took third step towards her, she blew away. I felt the cold winds. It touched my lips once again. The same cold winds. I came back to the library to check where was the book. It was in the cupboard only. It gave me an overwhelming smile because I understood that she would never leave me lonely. I locked the library and went back home. The next day, I returned to school a little early than before. I had hoped to see her again today. My eyes never lost its focus from that last bench. Then why I couldn't see her ever again after that day? My hope never died. Every today, tomorrow, overmorrow became monotonous as she never appeared again. 40 years passed. I am a wrinkled man now. Tomorrow I am going to retire, and today was the last day when I taught my students. The bell of 8th period rang. My shivering legs took me to the library. I took out my book. It was still young, just a little bit dusty, whereas I was completely worn out. Slowly, I walked into the classroom. And one last time, I sat on that last bench with my book. I began reading it from the very beginning and was lost in my love story. And finally, I turned the last page. This page gave me the worst pain of my life. It was that page where I wrote, 40 years ago, I think you got peace. I always wanted your soul to leave this earth and find peace in heaven. And now, when it had happened, I really miss you. 40 years ago, there was a written reply below these lines. And that was, your wish will be fulfilled. I miss you too. So 40 years ago, when I saw her with this book, she was actually writing this reply to me. And I found it today. These years of yearning to see her was so painful. But this was out of my bearing ability. I don't think that in this old body, with a weak heart, I would be able to survive this pain any longer. I think I'm dying. But before my death, I would tell you something. We both will be dead now, but our story never will. My story was she, and she was beautiful. Thank you.